Welcome to the BAYOU on the BAYOU Bullpen KOL interviews. I'm here with Dr. Ernesto Villarini from the Community Development Venture Capital Alliance, or CDVCA. Welcome, Ernesto.
Hey, thanks for having me, James.
Really excited to have you here. I've enjoyed your insights throughout the conference. We're nearing close of day 2. I have 3 simple questions for you. First, I would love to know more about your background and how you got to this point in your career. Tell us a little bit about who you are.
Happy to. I am a doctorate in business administration, but interestingly enough, my bachelor's is in biology. So I started off in this science, and honestly, I was looking at academia as my career path. By the time I hit graduate school, though, at the University of Florida, I found a reality and truth to myself, which is I am much more of a generalist than a specialist. And that was what got me interested in business administration. And then I ended up, doing my doctorate in that and specializing in finance. On the career side of things, I started working with a management consulting company, which again was part of that career development.
Generalist career, yeah.
Yes, good generalist career. We had lots of different types of clients with different types of needs, as you can imagine. And that really helped me focus, in terms of how I wanted to continue to develop. Again, it came to a point where I started finding that money matters. A lot of things matter, but money is, a question mark for a lot of entrepreneurs and for businesses out there. How to finance what they want to pursue and what they want to do and the impact they want to have. And that's the other thing, that is part of my growth path and career path is moving into that field of, providing solutions and products to the market, which are also communities to solve, problems and pains that communities have. That got me into the impact investing world and working with institutional investors and developing solutions for those investors that, wanted to, yes, make a return, from investing their assets, but at the same time, we're looking for opportunities to develop impact. And that in the end, and again, these are gaps, that you see in the market that you serve, got me into the alternative investment space, and within that, into private equity and venture capital, where I am today. So it's all logical, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and you use one of my favorite terms.
Sense.
So impact investing is one of my favorite areas to watch and to watch who plays in that space, because it's a very different model than traditional venture investment. And so I think that leads to my next question perfectly. Like, what are some of your passion projects right now? What are you working on? What are you excited about? Because I imagine it dovetails into that perfectly.
Yeah, it does. And the Community Development Venture Capital Alliance is all about that. We're constantly in the pursuit of investment opportunities that, provide market rate financial returns, as you would expect, and as you want to be able to prove to your investors and the people who back you, in your investment practice. But at the same time, helping others realize that you don't have to sacrifice returns to pursue impact, whether that's social, environmental, those benefits can be a good add-on. And in fact, data is starting to show for the past, I think, 10 years now, that the pursuit of those goals end up, benefiting the companies you're investing in the end of the day. They become more sustainable. Diversity introduces added value to many companies, and dealing with the environmental footprint that each company produces, again, might be a challenge in the short term, but in the long term, provides for sustainable and continued growth.
Do you have any favorite companies that you've invested in right now that you want to talk about? Not that they're all your favorites, but there's a few that come top of mind, I should say.
So, just because I'm at this conference and, with you folks at BAYOU, I'll talk about Entac Medical. Entac Medical was a company that we invested in last year, alongside with another investor in our network, Three Roots Capital out of Knoxville, Tennessee. And when Grady and his team shared the deal with us, we were excited about these two things. I mean, it's a perfect example of what I just mentioned. This company is coming out with a wearable product that helps monitor patients who have just exited different types of surgeries, and then helps, doctors and health providers, as well as the patient and the family, monitor, that recovery, and ensure, that person is getting, is recovering and getting to a safe place. The other thing that we loved about it is where the company's located. It's located in Tennessee, in a community that has lost a lot of jobs because of the transition, from carbon-based energies and coal production, to now, finding other, opportunities that workers, in those communities, with a little bit of training can get into. So, manufacturing there was a good play for them. And we were part of a $2 million seed round. In fact, we put in 200,000 that closed the 2 million round.
Right.
So again, we were happy about that investment for those two reasons.
And probably the impact on families and the community vastly exceeds what you've put in, which is even more incredible. So you obviously know this, investing in communities like those in Tennessee and the rest of the Gulf South. We're incredibly resilient. We help each other out. Very much the mantra of the Gulf South. The Bullpen is very similar. They have a mantra of find someone, help them, repeat. So this is our opportunity to give you a chance to ask something of those communities. What are you looking for? How can we help you? What would your ask of people be for today?
So I wear two hats at CDVCA, and then I have, two asks. On the one hand, I'm on the investment committee. I'm part of a group, that continuously is looking at deals that have this potential, again, for financial returns and for impact. So meeting other investors and being part, of rounds at the seed stage, Series A stage, we'd love to get exposure to deals, like what I just described. So that's one ask. The other ask is that I lead a team that is implementing a new program and a new service at CDVCA. It's called Unlock Capital. And what we're basically doing is using our knowledge and experience as investors to help entrepreneurs get comfortable with the entire investment process. We found, again, that there's a gap when it comes to entrepreneurs who've gone through an accelerator and an incubator. They've somewhat prepared to at least pitch to investors, but now they've got to get comfortable with term sheets, with valuation, with putting together a data room, with sitting down with an attorney, sitting down, with finance experts and people who help you figure out, what the correct capital stack or capital strategy for your company is, and how to pursue growth capital. So Unlock Capital focuses on that. It's a free program. It's kind of like an accelerator, meaning there's a cohort that we provide, some seminars, but that's a smaller spend for us and the smaller investment. The bigger spend and the bigger investment for those participating companies is, the one-on-one technical assistance, mentoring, and coaching, and a tailored plan for each one of the companies to raise capital for growth.
That is a great way for us to end. I think it's been fabulous having you on. Really enjoyed getting to spend time with you over the past couple of days. Looking forward to years of friendship and collegiality ahead and getting you more and more engaged with the BAYOU and the BAYOU and Bullpen communities.
That's great. I mean, this is going to be on LinkedIn, which is great.
Yeah.
I'm on LinkedIn and very active on as well. But you can also reach us to cdvca.org. And if you're interested in learning more about the program, unlockcapital.org is where you'll find that information.
So you guys have got the websites. He's going to be tagged on the LinkedIn post. Connect with him. He is one of the most genuine people you'll meet. Ernesto, thank you so much.
Hey,
appreciate it.
Thanks.